Alright boys, in this video we're going to talk about is Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev, is he going to win a welterweight title? Now, listen, Khamzat Chimaev's career in the UFC and his rise has probably been one of the best, if not the best, we've ever seen in the UFC of any fighter. I mean, he's beaten some of the toughest guys at welterweight. A couple fights in the past, like, Leon and Khamzat were supposed to happen. Got canceled and the fight happened. But listen, Khamzat Chimaev has faced some of the toughest tests at welterweight that you could probably, give to the guy. I mean, he is a hard worker, man, and obviously, trains hard and beating some of the toughest guys in that weight class. But at the end of the day, when you get to the top of a weight class, there is going to be that behemoth that, is going to be the toughest test, is going to, humble you and put you down a couple pegs. And I feel like, Chimaev definitely has the foresight to get a UFC championship belt. But man, there's just the welterweight weight class right now is just so competitive. And I just feel like, with facing that challenge of facing Leon Edwards at the top, his style does not match up well against Leon Edwards. Or even, Colby Covington or Kamaru Usman. I feel like, honestly, even though Leon Edwards, is the champion right now, I feel like Usman and Colby are better than Leon, both of them. Collectively, I feel like they're even better than Leon, even though they're not champion, but they're better. And it's just, the thing of, is Khamzat Chimaev able to handle that challenge? Remember, we've seen him ragdoll his opponents before, but obviously when you get to an elite level fighter like, Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington are, then that's where it becomes tough. That's where it becomes a challenge. Obviously, Jorge Masvidal is not fighting in the UFC anymore. We all know that. But as well as not Jorge Masvidal not fighting in the UFC, we've also got, three elite top, level fighters, like the best of the best at this welterweight. There's not just one elite fighter. There's multiple elite fighters at the top of the division. And it's just going to be a hurdle for Khamzat Chimaev to get to there. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying right now I don't think it's doable. I feel like he's just going to get, I don't know, I just don't see him getting the belt, to be honest, easily. But he obviously can, with a little bit more time and with a little bit more, I feel like let's see one more fight of him. Him beating Gilbert Burns is obviously well and good, but Gilbert Burns is not really an elite level fighter. Gilbert Burns is facing, really high level fighters, but his fighting is not elite, man. I feel like it's good enough to beat the top 5 or the top 8 fighters, but not elite enough to even go up against Kamaru Usman. So Khamzat Chimaev is one of my favorite fighters as well. Don't get me wrong, but I just see this as too much of a challenge. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. I mean, it's gonna be real interesting. That weight class is real interesting right now. I would say welterweight is probably the toughest weight class right now, next to lightweight and heavyweight. I would say it is the toughest. So that's why, I'm not doubting, Chimaev's, fighting skills, but also you got to look at it from a, realistic standpoint and say, these guys are the elite of the elite, the best of the best, and they're going to put it on him, man. They're going to put it on, a proper challenge for him. So it should be interesting, but let me know down in the comment section that, below if, Chimaev could get a title at welterweight. All your input is always great. Subscribe to the best MMA analyst channel on YouTube, Salgo MMA. And yeah, guys, that has been it. Thank you. And peace.
and this was a fight that had it all, and for my money, his best performance.
His best